Hi YouTube. So today I wanted to show you guys how I start my statues. This is one of my finished projects that I just got finished glossing. It's an alien bus, and I wanted to show you guys how I built the armature for this using duct tape and paper. This is the 360 of it. These are the materials that I used. I used duct tape and paper that I got from the mail that I don't really need, and I got the duct tape from Michael's. I'm pretty sure you can get it anywhere else. I grabbed one sheet of paper and started balling it up to form a head shape. So everybody knows a head shape is sort of like an egg, and see that? Perfect. So next I'm going to grab the tape. I cut a strip of tape. I don't really measure how long I should cut, just long enough to wrap around this ball of paper, because it's going to be completely covered in tape, but in the shape that I just formed in my hands. And it's easy to form because it's paper, and even when it's covered in the duct tape, the paper still is like movable. Alright, this is the head shape that I'm going for. So I start from the top of the head and I just wrap the tape around it. I'm going to cover the whole ball of paper in the duct tape and just keep on forming that shape, making sure I keep that shape. See? Still in the egg shape. That's the shape I'm going for. Wrapping it really tight, still keeping that egg shape. At this point, the ball of paper is covered in the tape, but look at that, I'm able to form the egg shape. So already it's looking like a head. Oh, there's a little exposed paper, but I'm just going to cover that up with tape. It doesn't really matter, honestly, how many layers of tape I put on there. I've still been able to squeeze it into a shape. So I'm going to cover up this part with another layer of tape. This duct tape is very flexible too. It stays very well together. Like, it hasn't popped. But yeah, you can see that it's like a head shape. Now I'm going to start working on a neck for this head. I cut half the sheet of paper and started rolling it up into like a cylinder shape, sizing the head on top of the cylinder. See, it already looks like a neck. So now I have to cut another strip of tape out so that I can roll the cylinder in this tape. Okay, so just roll in the tape in the cylinder. Doesn't have to be perfect. I know that because it's going to be covered in clay anyway at some point, so I'm not trying to make it perfect. I just want to know what I'm looking at once everything is put together. Okay, and there we have it, a head and a neck. Now I'm going to attach the two pieces. Now I'm duct taping both pieces together. Kind of looks like an AirPod. Basically, wrapping it like an AirPod. I usually wrap the neck and the head together a couple times so that it holds better and is strong. And then when I have that situation, I just squeeze it. It's just so movable and flexible, the tape and the paper. At this point, I could just make it just a head, but look, twins. See, profile similar. Now it's time to make a chest for this head and neck. It needs a body. For the bottom half of the bust, I usually just do like a rectangle shape. That's just wider than the head, of course. As wide as shoulders, so that it fits the head. So as I was forming this shape, I realized that it might have been too small for this big head. Yeah, this was the point when I realized. So I'm just gonna cover that in more paper and then wrap that up so that I can get a bigger shape. Okay. Now this is looking like the right size for this big head. Perfect. Adding the extra paper was a good idea because now the head and the shoulders don't look too disproportionate, but the neck is kind of long, so I'm gonna have to chop that down. okay now. And there we have it, just like some really shitty inputs. Okay, so now I just have to tape these two pieces together, and I'll basically be done with the armature. So I had two strips of tape laid out because I wanted to tape the back and the front separately. Look at that, already looking good. But I could be finished right there. Okay, so now I'm going to tape the front. So where I'm taping it, that part is sticking out. So instead, I'm just gonna cut it off instead of trying to pull it forward, because then I'll just be adding more and more tape trying to get the flat part. But perfect. So this is the finished product. There is some more taping at the bottom that needs to do, that's exposed, but one more strip of tape won't hurt. And that is literally it. I'm sure I didn't create this method. I learned this from tutorials and Pinterest and just taking tips from a lot of other people. But this is usually how I start making my little statues, when I just want a head, neck, and shoulders. Here's a little side-by-side of my finished project and this armature that I just built. But yeah, the finished project started off like the one on the other side. Thank you for joining. Bye.